Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M53 M55, the Tier 9 American SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Prokhorovka, and this one is under the commands of RoyalFlyingCorps.
Let's get this show on the road.
Well, that's the 8-inch howitzer, which makes this the M55. He's got the ability to do 1050 alpha, penetrating 52mm of armour, and it's got a burst radius of 11 meters. And a reload time of 33.09 meters. Now, the chassis of this Arty came from the M47 or the M48, depends on which tanks were being produced on the production line at the time, but it is basically a pattern tank hull with an artillery piece mounted on top of it. Now, he knocked over a tree there, but I think we can forgive that because he was actually firing or trying to make a nest for himself. Trouble is, knocking down trees actually gives a clue to the Arty at the other end where you are, so normally it's not advisable, but he's aiming for the crossing and there's a VK101P headed for that crossing. He fires around in blind and he hit him! Oh my god, he actually killed a charioteer! A blind kill on the charioteer as he was crossing. He was aiming for the VK but killed the charioteer instead. Well, that's a happy accident, that one, serendipity. Aimed to try and get one result and actually got a completely different one, but it's quite a happy accident all the same. Okay, well, the next target's the Super Conqueror, and he's almost loaded. Now he's lined up. Rouse out. Direct hit. 276, which means it's a non-penetrating shot, but it did do some damage and stun the guy. And he's taken some more damage, so RoyalFlyingCorps is picking up some stun assist. Now you can see the little reticule is drifting to the right. Now that normally indicates now, since Wargaming made the changes, that there's a target to the right that's in view. And it's this 60 TP. Now he's just dialing in on target, but we've lost sight of him and reacquired the Super Conch. So he's gone back to that target instead, because you can see this one. You couldn't see the other one. Now the Super Conch might go unspotted soon, but he lands the shell next to him for 304 hit points of damage and moves position to avoid counter battery. Two up on the enemy already. Just waiting for the reload to come in. You can see some shells are landing nearby, and in fact the enemy M53, M55 has just killed our 705, so obviously they are looking in this area. He's trying to get that Barask, who's obviously doing a quick spotting run, and he's trying to work out where the guy is going to head next, but it's very difficult with tanks which change direction on a regular basis. So there's a little lesson for you tankers. If you change direction often enough, you can make it very difficult for Arty to get a hit on you. And we're not teaching you anything that you don't already know. In fact, most Arty players know this well, and I'm not damning them or making it difficult for them to get shots on the enemy, because they know full well that the only way to get hits on tanks that are moving is to be able to predict exactly what they're going to be doing. So ideally you want to be able to find an enemy who acts predictably and then kill that. Many's the time I've hit a wheelie vehicle who thought he was going very straight, very crafty and changing direction often, but in actual fact he then made the mistake of actually moving in a predictable manner, and I got a hit on him. Well, just hit a 60 TP. He went unspotted, but RoyalFlyingCorps still managed to get a round on target. Now he's aiming over where the minimap says the Centurion was, but the AMX 1390's come to view on the other side, and he's moving rather rapidly. Oh, there goes the Barask, and our teammates are actually made it down to the railway crossing. So I think the enemy is probably going to be rather concerned about that. In fact, the AMX 1390's moved down to try and stop the guys crossing the line, but the LIS has just killed that 1390, and instead RoyalFlyingCorps fires a shot at where the VK4502B was located. Not sure he got any damage off that one, but he's now aiming for that 60 TP up at the centre line. We lost the LIS. Well, that's a tongue twister. Yes, we lost our CES 52 LIS. He was taken out by that 60 TP. who's now getting assaulted by our 60 TP. But I think we will fire in all the same. Rounds out. Here we go. Direct hit, and he then gets struck immediately afterwards by our 60 TP. So that guy is in a bad way. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually does go down very shortly. In fact, has he gone down already? I think he might have. Yes, he's gone there. There you go. He's gone. So the enemy's only got 4 tanks left. 2 Arty, one of whom we know is very good. And that's where, at this moment, RoyalFlyingCorps is aiming. He thinks that the enemy Arty's in that location. When he's found a TVP, fires in at that guy and splashes him for 373, and he takes some more damage. That's more stun assist. That TVP driver won't be too happy. The Yag Tiger moves back. There's the M40, M43. He's out in the field. He dies very quickly. The Yag Tiger kills our Skoda, but he dies, and that leaves just 1 enemy remaining. The M53, M55, who was the guy who killed our Object 705. And he hasn't been spotted yet, so he's probably over in this corner. Yes, he is. There he is. And before RoyalFlyingCorps can fire his round in, the guy's killed. So unfortunately, he wasted the last round, but can't be helped. Sometimes at the end of the game, it can be very difficult to get a shot on target before your teammates finish them off, and can be very frustrating for Arty if that does happen. But let's have a look at the end of battle stats, and we'll see how well RoyalFlyingCorps did. And yeah, as usual, it comes up like that and we lose the screen momentarily. I'll get it back again, and you can see that RoyalFlyingCorps got his first ace tanker in the M53, M55 on this occasion. He did well enough to earn that ace, and you can see it's the first ace because you get the scrolls underneath the first time, but not others, not on repeat times. And in fact, actually, if you go to what replays, you won't get that information, which is important to know because, after all, it's a celebration. You've aced it, you've mastered the tank that you're actually playing in, and it's nice to tell people this was the first time you did it. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one he got 9, and his win rate from this battle was 3,447, which is Super Unicum standard. So let's have a look at the team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in this game. No, the SU-130PM did 3,599 hit points of damage, but he didn't pick up a high caliber either. In fact, the Skoda T50 got a tank sniper for 3,594, the next highest scorer, and then we've got RoyalFlyingCorps with 3,279 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, the high scorer was the Skoda T50 and also the other T50, and they were both in platoon together actually. One got a tank sniper, the other got a Pescucci's medal. They both got 4 kills each in that game. And the next high score after that was the Scorpion G and the 60 TP with 2 kills apiece. And then the enemy M53, M55 with 2 kills. RoyalFlyingCorps only got the single kill in that game, but it was fairly good in terms of at least he got 1 out of them. That's welcome at any time. When it came to base XP, he came second. The high score again was that Skoda T50 with 1,155, RoyalFlyingCorps got 1,144, and then the other Skoda T50 got 1,004. He fired 9 rounds in that game, got 4 direct hits, 1 penetration, 7 splash. And I'd venture to guess that the penetration was the one that he killed, was it? Yes, it was the Charioteer right at the start of the game. The blind shot that shouldn't have been, because he actually was aiming at a VK101P, but he took out the Charioteer instead. And in fact, actually, the Charioteer does have very, very thin armour. And if you do see a Charioteer on the battlefield and it's stationary to take a shot, it's a very good idea to go for it, because that tank you more than likely will pen. And you can see here he actually rolled for the exact average 1050, the alpha of this Arty, and he got it and took the guy out of the game with 3 critical hits, taking out the track, the commander and the loader into the boot. Let's have a look at the rest. He splashed 7. Damaged 3,279 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 1, did 2,767 hit points of stun assist off 7 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 62,177 credits, and after ammunition resupply, took away 45,347 credits profit. He got 1,716 XP, got the same again from completing the mission and events, and took away 3,432 experience points altogether. So very good round in the M53, M55. Very surprising to get that kill, that blind kill, right at the start of the game. He wasn't expecting it. He was aiming for the VK, and he ended up getting a kill on the Charioteer instead. In fact, actually, I think that might have had an effect on the battle, because the Charioteer is a very good tank sniper, and by taking him out of the game, it reduced the enemy's capacity to resist. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.